What up, bro? Attention, new barbers, new stylists. Just want to go live real quick. Just share some information with y'all, man. It's so important to realize that you got to know your seasons. You definitely have to know when your busy seasons are, when your slow seasons are. Right now, it's the day after Labor Day, and you know, at this point, you don't see people knocking down the doors or anything like that to try to get in the shop. The reason being is they already got fresh for the holiday. You know what I'm saying? Now, a couple of days ago, all the way up to the day of, this place was packed. You see that. You know what I'm saying? You probably seen it in your barbershop. You seen it in your salon. And then now you're probably wondering, where's everybody at? But one thing we know, those of us who've been in this industry for a while, that normally the day after the holiday is one of the slowest days. So it'll put you in position once you learn that. It'll put you in position to where you can start to prepare for that. With the money that you got coming in for that holiday, make sure that you are planning accordingly. You know, you've got your tools ordered that you need. You got your supplies ordered that you need. You got everything in place so that you can properly conduct your business. If you still work by an appointment book, you need your appointment book. You got to make sure you got some working pens and pencils or whatever it is that you're going to use for that appointment book. If you're using an app like Booksy, like the Cut app, like Style Seat, make sure you're putting a blast out even before the holiday to let them know you got slots open and what slots to look out for, so they know to go ahead to lock in and get their spot before it's too late. Because you see a lot of people, they have a tendency to wait to the last minute to get a haircut, to get, what I'm saying, some type of service done. And for those that wait to the last minute, they end up doing what they need to do to pay extra, if they have to come late or something like that. Or they might go ahead and, try to pay somebody who's in front of them in line to get ahead in line. I mean, you get all different types of scenarios as far as what people try to work out to get in the chair. But you have to be sure that you are mindful of what's taking place during that season. One thing you don't want to get in the habit of doing is allowing people to step in, and let's say if they be like, yo, I got $100, if you let me go ahead and cut the line or whatever the case may be. You may have somebody who might be a regular that you've been cutting their hair for years. And one thing you realize about business, if you don't already know, is that the foundation of business is relationships. So you don't want to mess up the relationship with those people that you have coming in on a regular basis, because of the fact that now you have somebody who is looking to pay extra to cut in front of them and get in the chair. Pardon me one second. Cut Lounge Barbershop. Hello? Whoever it is, they're probably going to call back. But yeah, I had to get the phone. That might have been an appointment. So you have to make sure that you do what's necessary to maintain that relationship. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of money throughout the years that I had to turn down just because it was disrespectful for the individual to feel like just because he had a couple of dollars that he can cut somebody in line. You know what I'm saying? The person who is thinking ahead, they know how you flow, they know how you operate, they're going to go ahead and make the appointment. They do all the right things. So you don't want to go ahead now and allow somebody to cut in, who is not even coming on a regular basis. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's going to mess up your relationship with those who's coming on a regular basis. And you never know, that person might mess around and stop coming. So there's been cases in my life where I've cut several generations. You know what I mean? I cut a dude, the child, he ends up having a child, the child grows up, you know what I'm saying? And then you might end up cutting that child's um, child as well. You understand what I'm saying? Depending on how long you plan on staying in the business. Or you could start with the father and son, and you cutting the father and the son, and then all of a sudden now the son has a son, or the son has a daughter that wants to keep her hair, cut with designs and all different kind of stuff like that. You never know nowadays, because there's so many different styles out here. So you have to make sure that you are valuing those relationships. So, like I said, when you see this busy season is coming up, it doesn't hurt to put out a reminder to let people know, hey, this busy season is coming. Go ahead and book your appointment now before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? That puts them in position of power. And see, what you're doing also is you're showing signs of leadership. And that's what you want to do. You want to be a trusted leader, a trusted advisor, a trusted mentor, a trusted counselor, when you are a professional barber or stylist. It's the position you'll end up holding because of the fact that it's our focus to be professional, to be business minded, and to make sure that we're doing what's necessary to properly serve the people who come into our shops, who come into our salons. So you got to know when the busy seasons are for you and when the slow seasons are as well. I know when I was living in New York, which is where I grew up, it was difficult dealing with the winter months. I'm telling you, dealing with those winter months was hard because you got standards that are dropping at the job. So more and more people can go ahead and wear their hats and things of that nature. And then you also have situations where the standard as far as their regular dress code at the job isn't what it used to be either. So that's another thing that had changed, that had adjusted. So there were a lot less people coming during the winter months. And if you know anything about New York, it seemed like winters lasted forever, like Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? So we had to be ready. You had to be ready for those seasons that were coming. And there were some barbers, they had seasonal jobs that they held down during those winter months. I mean, you got to find out what works for you. If you're going to have a winter job, if you're going to start developing products, because during that slow season in New York, I mean, sometimes we would even wonder if that's something that we were supposed to be doing with our lives. We were wondering if, man, am I supposed to be a barber? Like, am I doing something wrong? And so you had to get creative. There was some who got second jobs, seasonal jobs, whether it's, who knows, working at the men's department, at some department store or something like that, selling suits or things of that nature. Or, you might want to go ahead and start selling products, whether it's, I mean, at one point I was doing a lot of stuff, selling hair grease, combs, brushes, do-rags, all different kind of stuff. There was a singing, dancing doll called the Jazz Man. And he had glasses on, a top hat, a suit, playing the saxophone. I was selling those out the shop. Jazz Man, I was selling those. It was pretty much whatever I can get my hands on that was legal, of course, to make up for what I was missing as far as the slow flow was concerned at the barbershop. But you got to know your seasons. You got to know what's coming. You got to prepare for it, and you have to take action. Taking that action is going to help you to be able to survive that slow season. Sometimes in the summertime in barbershops, you might see it slow down, right? And it'll pick back up when it's back to school time. You can get creative during those summer months as well, putting incentives out for those summer haircuts. You know what I'm saying? Those summer haircuts you can go ahead and prepare for, because people are still going on vacation and things of that nature, So you can go ahead and be ready for that, because there's people that's going to all type of places: Splashwater Kingdom, Disneyland, King's Dominion in Virginia, all different kind of places, Six Flags, and family reunions. Sometimes people want to go ahead and to prepare for those things. So I mean, you can give what's called a family reunion discount, and set up family reunion discounts so that there can be busier traffic during those summer months. You can set up family discounts if you have multiple family members that want to come and to get their haircut. You can set that up. Family discount during those summer months, or maybe even during the slow seasons, or right before that holiday rush, to where people are just going and maintaining to stay fresh. What I'm saying is, you want to take control of your business. You don't want to get caught up in a season of a slow flow and you're not prepared for it. You got to be prepared for it. You got to know what's going on. So it's best to learn early and prepare early. So when those times are coming, you got it locked down. And guess what? Sometimes you might be preparing for a slow season, but it might not necessarily be slow. Something might happen to where, let's say, if there's all of a sudden now there's an influx of concerts in the area. There's all different types of stuff going on now. You got situations to where, hey, you may never know, the Olympics might hit your town, and that's what's going to take place in a couple years here in Atlanta. We got the Olympics coming. So with the Olympics coming, then it's like we're going to have to prepare for a serious influx at times where it would normally kind of be slow. You understand what I'm saying? So just know what's going on in your city. That's something else that's going to help you. Know what's going on in your city. If there are concerts coming, if there is going to be a special event that doesn't normally happen, if there's going to be, sometimes there might be, they might be shooting a movie in your area. If they're shooting a movie in your area or something like that, that might bring clients as well. I remember at one point, Denzel Washington was shooting a movie in our area where the barbershop was. And there were actors that was coming, getting their hair cut. And there were also Denzel's barber came and he hung out with us. And he shared some stuff with us about the industry and things of that nature. And, how it is to be cutting in the in the movie business and things like that. So that was cool too. But it also prepared our minds for possibly, getting ready for something like that as well. And that's something else you may want to consider during a quote unquote slow season. Go ahead and applying to get on some of these movie sets to cut hair. That's another option for you. I had an opportunity to cut on a movie set during the pandemic. And it was a lot because of the fact that we had to get those COVID tests off it. But it was a cool experience because, for one, I didn't have to work extra hard all day long. I didn't have to do that. But I had to get there early. The call-in time was like 5 a.m. So I had to be there about 5 o'clock in the morning, dark outside and all of that. You know what I'm saying? A little chilly out at the time. And take our COVID tests, all the different kind of stuff. And I'm on set all day. And at the most, I had to cut 2 heads. Being there for like maybe 12, 13, 14 hours all day. So that was a cool experience because of the fact that I got paid per day a whole lot more than I would have made in the barbershop. And I was on a movie set, being around celebrities, chilling. I mean, sitting right next to me in the dressing room, getting ready for, their parts. Or sometimes it's just to do a B-roll or something like that for that period of time. And then they're supposed to come back later and record the actual scenes and stuff like that. So there's a point of self-awareness that has to take place. Know where you are at all times. If you know where you are at all times, you'll be in control of the flow of your business. And then those seasons is coming. Get creative. And sometimes it might get a little scary because of the fact that you have a brand new idea. You don't know how it's going to work out. But how are you going to know unless you go ahead and take that chance. How are you going to know unless you just step out there and just see how it works? You know what I'm saying? It's a learning experience that you can take notes on and learn yourself, and you may also be able to help somebody else. And there might be special slow seasons in your town or in the city where you are, or in the state where you are. Learn what that slow season is so that you'll be prepared. Understand this barber game, and just being an entrepreneur, period, has ebbs and flows. It has ups and downs. This is how the game goes. So if you properly prepare for it, place yourself in position to win. You're going to be in a place where not only are you going to be financially stable, but you're also going to be emotionally stable. And sometimes during those slow seasons too, it might be a good time for you to, work some other ideas out that you might have. Like you might have an idea for an ebook. You might have an idea for a course that you might want to teach to help people with some things, learning about this game. You might know how to do man units or stuff like that. You might learn how to do other things in the game that you might be able to help to enhance somebody else's career. I mean, you just never know. You never know. But just be creative. Be creative and place yourself in a position where you're constantly thinking about your business. If you're constantly thinking about your business, ideas are going to come. You know what I'm saying? Because the mind was created to solve problems. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, bro? How you doing, man? All right. Your mind was created to solve problems. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of saying it's slow, I can't do this, I can't do that, I learned from a book by Robert Kiyosaki. It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you say to yourself, I can't, what happens is you automatically, how you doing, bro? All right. What happens is you automatically shut your mind down. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is designed, like I said, to solve problems. So when you say that I can't, you automatically shut your mind down. So what you have to do is you have to ask yourself a different question. If you're asking yourself a different question, you're calling on your mind to come up with different thoughts. So instead of saying I can't, you need to ask yourself, how can I? How can I make extra money during this slow season? How can I save up for these clippers that I want to get? How can I place myself in a position where I can make more money in less time at the barbershop? How can I place myself in position where I can get my own shop one day? How can I place myself in position where I can get my own barber school, where I can teach this class or this course? I might want to teach something about the scissor game. I might want to go ahead and teach people how to maneuver clippers better. I might want to help single moms, to learn how to take care of their children. There's so many different things that you can do. There's so many different ideas, creative ideas that you can use in this game to place yourself in position where you can empower yourself and you can empower other people. But it's so important to know your seasons, because it's going to put yourself in position where now you're being proactive instead of being reactive. And that's so important. You want to play this game on the offensive. You want to play this game gunning. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be on the defense. You don't want to be that individual that's going with the flow, because it's going to be frustrating. You're going to start questioning yourself. You're going to start second guessing yourself, and you're probably going to end up quitting. Instead of placing yourself in position where you can actually grow and develop and to be the barber and the successful businessman or businesswoman that you want to be. Listen, there's so much more that can be shared on this, when it comes to organizing your money, when it comes to planning vacations, all different kind of stuff. But if y'all want to talk about this more, hit me up, let me know. I'm going to be sharing a whole lot more. Another episode is going to come out soon of Clippers of Commerce. And we're just going to keep talking about this business because we don't talk about it enough. And I think we need to put more words and put more good vibrations out there when it comes to this barber and beauty industry because we can create so many beautiful things out of this. There are so many other cultures that are affected by our culture, and you see it when you listen to music. You see it when you watch these movies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just think about, just real quick, just think about when Usher's barber, who's right here in Atlanta, came up with the South of France haircut. Bro, that changed the game. It changed the game, and it affected the culture in such a major way. And it was affected by a barber. And I met that barber. It was affected by a barber. That changed hip hop and R&B culture for a minute. I know I was rocking mine, you know what I'm saying? And I was proud to wear it. But there are so many other things that we can create in this industry, and we can make a positive impact in schools. We can make a positive impact in the business world. We can make a positive impact in families, you know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that we're trusted individuals. And when you're a good barber, when you're a good stylist, you also become a household name. If you're doing this right, if you really care about people and you're doing people right, you can become a household name and do well for so many individuals. But you have to place your mind in a position where you can stay calm and you can stay creative. And this is what this is about. This is what this talk is about. And it places you in a position of power. It places you in a position of power. You can really start to dictate how much you want to make in this game. You want to make a strong 5-figure income, 75, 80, 90,000. You want to make a strong 6-figure income, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 in this business. You want to make $1 million in this business. You can do it. If you want to make $1 million a month in this business, you can do it. Trust me, I got it planned out. I got it planned out. And I can help you with the ideas that I believe the Creator has given me to enable you to do just that. As a barber, as a stylist, the potential is endless, but you have to keep yourself in position where you are being creative. Stay creative about your business. Don't allow the industry or things that are going on in the industry or things that are going on with small-minded individuals that you might be around. I don't care if they're barbers, if they're stylists, if they're clients. Don't let it limit how you think about your business, how you think about the potential of your business and what you can do in this industry. Do not let it limit you. Stay in the creative mode. This is a creative lane. And understand, like Myra Golden says, that disruption always follows intention. Whenever it is that you set your mind to do something and you say it out loud, man, this month I'm going to make $10,000. This month I'm going to make $50,000. This month I'm going to make $80,000. Once you set your mind and you set your intentions to do just that, expect disruption to come. Expect disruption to come. Whether it's in the form of a hater, whether it's in the form of just life, you know what I'm saying? Just seeming to go crazy. A storm may come, whether it's in the form of the backlash of a bad decision that you made in the past, whatever it is, right after you set your intention to do something, there's going to be some type of challenge. So know and understand that. Prepare yourself for that. Prepare your heart for that. Prepare your mind for that. Prepare your spirit for that. And then make a decision to do it anyway. Cut out all other possibilities. Cut out all other chatter from naysayers, from haters or from those who maybe even loved ones, but just don't understand. They might not understand your industry. They might not understand how it grows, how it works, how this thing goes. They may ask you a question, how many appointments you got today? You tell them how many appointments you have. Well, then maybe this time you can do this or you can do that for me and blah, blah, blah. They might try to dictate your whole day, but it's like, wait a minute, wait. This game is not just an appointment game. You know what I'm saying? You might be in a place where you're taking walk-ins as well, and you're probably leaving space open for walk-ins because you're leaving opportunities for your business to grow. So don't let anybody dictate how you want to run your business. This comes in a busy season or in a slow season. You can take control of how your business flows. So once again, any questions, any concerns, go ahead and message me, you know what I'm saying? And we could talk about some things. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You might be a brand new barber or stylist. You might be a seasoned barber or stylist. If you need any information about credit repair, if you need any information, if you are looking to start a business and you want some help with structuring your business, these options are available. I'm very well connected. If you want to learn how to open your own shop or how to open your own salon, if you want to learn how to open your own school, if you want to learn how to franchise, say you want multiple locations, you want multiple schools, you want multiple shops, if you want to learn how to establish a nonprofit organization, I got connections to help you with all of that. With all of that. You want to put your business in position where you want to get funding. I'm talking about serious funding. I'm not talking about little social media funding, what they talking about. I'm not talking about just $50,000, $80,000. I'm talking about if you want $250,000, if you want $500,000, you want $1 million towards your business. I know people that can help you to get there. You want to learn how to open salon suites. I have connections of people that can teach you how to do all of the above. This is what Clippers to Commas is about. Helping barbers and stylists with the resources to learn how to scale your business, how to expand your business, take your business from where it is, wherever you're starting, to wherever it is that you want to go, okay? I'm here to help you. I'm here to coach you. I'm here to mentor you. I'm here to be that network person, be that middleman, be that connection to help you get from point A to B, from A to Y, A to Z, wherever it is that you want to go. I've been in this game for a long time. Been cutting since my 13th birthday. That was January 19th, 1989. So I learned a lot about this game. I've been a barber instructor. I've owned barbershops. I've owned salon suites. Okay. The next phase for me is opening up a school. So I'm in a place where I'm be giving it all away. I'm going to be teaching everything that I've learned because I want the next generation of barbers to grow faster than I've grown. I want the next generation of barbers to have way more success than I've had. I want the next generation of barbers to be stronger, wiser, and better than I've ever been. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. Leaving the game better than how I found it when I came in. All right? So that's all for today. I'm going to be looking to go live on a regular basis. We might stick to Tuesdays. I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to pray on it, stuff like that. We may stick to Tuesdays, but we're going to see how it goes. But any questions, concerns, anything y'all want to reach out to me about, definitely holla at me, and we will talk some more. But I will holla at y'all later. All right? Thank y'all for your time. Thank you for your attention. Share this information to anybody that you think it's going to help. All right? I appreciate y'all. Have a blessed one. Y'all take care.